You would have heard prison stories before. You might have seen prisons in movies, but Centro de Confinamiento del Terrorismo is not like regular prisons. This brutal prison with high security is situated in Tecoluca, El Salvador. People in and out of the prison say that not humans, but monsters are locked inside, and they are treated like one there. It's not just possible to feel hopeless at CECOT. It is the main aim of this place to make you realize how inhuman behavior a criminal deserves. The walls of this prison are made of thick slabs of ill-gray concrete that drain all the life out of the air. Not a window, no sun. There are only fluorescent lights that buzz all day and night like angry wasps. There is a center tower with screens that show every part of the jail. From there, 7 cell blocks spiral outward. Each hallway is a narrow steel and concrete tube with heavy doors that shut with such force that you can feel it in your bones. These aren't rooms, they're graves. There is a steel toilet just inches from where you sleep, and a concrete slab for a bed. The walls are so thick that you could scream for hours and no one would hear you. CECOT isn't just a jail. It's a machine made to break people's thoughts. The prisoners spend 23 hours a day locked in a concrete box that's not much bigger than a coffin. When you stare at the walls for hours, they hurt your eyes because the color is so cold and flat. The only light source is a neon bulb that never goes off. There are no mattresses or blankets. Guards take prisoners to a yard every day for an hour, but it's not a yard. It's a metal closet-sized cage that's open to the sky but closed off with razor wire. They walk around in circles while looking up at a tiny bit of sky that they will never reach. No one talks. There are no games. With their weapons ready, guards watch from towers. They leave you there if you fall down. When you get back to your cell, time stops. There are clocks inside. The days turn into weeks. No one knows which year or which day it is. The food there is like being given poop that even wild dogs would smell and avoid. Overnight oats have turned into a hard, cold mass that is so old it's growing mold. Maggots, which are very small and white and look like moving rice grains, can be found in it sometimes. They call it a bowl of cloudy brown water soup. There is one soft, burnt potato chunk floating in it, and it breaks apart when you poke it. It could be a bunch of beans for dinner, but not the kind you'd know. These things have been boiled until they turn into mush and are hard and wrinkled. They are dirty. Or mystery meat. A tough gray piece that's so full of grease you can't tell if it's beef, pork, or something that was found in a garbage dump. The servings are about the size of a child's fist. Hunger isn't just a feeling. It's a pain that won't go away. Prisoners in there trade anything for extra food, even their own hair. They joke that a dead bug is a protein snack, and they will even trade a stolen roll of toilet paper. Above all, the silence in this prison is mocking. Men speak to themselves, making up ghosts and friends. Some people draw maps of places they'll never see again with feces on the walls. While others lie in fetal positions and rock for hours, their minds are erased one day at a time. And then comes solitary confinement. Commit a mistake, and you are there. Without any light, without any noise. Just a hole for light. It sounds scary and looks super scary. Guards in this prison are not like most jail guards. They are more like soldiers in a war zone. They are taught to see prisoners as targets, not people, and are hired from Mexico's military and top police units. Everything they wear is black, like masks, helmets, and protective outfits, so you can't see their faces. The darkened visors over their eyes hide their eyes, and their words sound like robots because they use voice changers. They have guns, batons, tasers, and pepper spray cannons that are so powerful that they can knock a bull off its feet. Their boots squeak on the metal floors as they walk through the cell blocks like drones, making sure that every prisoner can hear them. What's interesting, though, is that the guards are also stuck. Many people didn't sign up for this. To show power, the government sent them here and pulled them into CECOT's orbit. Shifts in there last for 16, 18, or even 24 hours straight. Because leaving the facility could lead to gang retaliation, they sleep in small cells inside the jail and eat the same food as the other prisoners. They are known to the gangs. Hit lists on the dark web have guards' names, homes, and kids' schools on them. That is why most guards keep their faces covered. So, the prisoners wouldn't know about their identity. Because there are no regular criminals. They have from kidnapping, raping to killing. They have done it all. Harming a guard's kid wouldn't make them doubt a second. But many of them are falling apart behind their faces. PTSD, drinking, and suicide. The rate at which guards leave is crazy. Some quit after a few weeks. Others cry so hard during shifts that they beg to be moved. The lucky ones lose their jobs. An ex-guard said, "Every day you choose between becoming a devil or a corpse. There's no other choice." The guards know that CECOT isn't working. They see drug gang leaders run drug businesses from their cells by paying off guards, planning murders, and laughing at Mexico's justice. They also see wrongly accused, poor, or mentally ill men who are forgotten by the world turn into skeletons. As we said before, the lights are always on. Prisoners forget about day and night. So, there is no sleep cycle there. They have bad dreams that come and go, waking up in a panic and soaked in sweat. Fear starts to grow. They are sure that the guards are making your food sick. They become suspicious that the prisoner next door is planning to kill them through the walls. In fear, they stop eating or drinking. And when inmates really break, the jail doesn't do anything. There is no therapist, no medicines for the inmates. Above it all, the guards make fun of them, call them crazy, and then leave. So many men here are dying, but not from guns or knives. They are dying slowly in their own minds. They hang themselves with torn sheets from the bed. Take out the batteries from radios that are being carried. Don't get carried away with all this. Inmates inside can be easily identified with their tattoos. They are so ingrained with the hate that some of them come inside the jail to kill members from other cartel groups. There are many journalists that despise CECOT for their structure. That's why the superintendent of this jail invites journalists to look at criminals' records of the inmates there. There are criminals who killed 20 people. There are criminals who commit such crimes that cannot be even spoken about. That's why criminals in this jail are segregated in two groups, humans and terrorists, based on their nature of crime. The lack of contact with the outside world, the ongoing shame, and the isolation are all meant to erase who you are, to leave you with nothing inside, and it works. Above all, once a criminal is inside this cell, they lose all ties from the world. No one is allowed to come inside this jail apparat from the criminals. No visitors are allowed in this jail. Once you lose a person to this place, you will probably never see them again. Simply, they are close to dead to the outer world. Inmates inside are not usually executed. They are given way brutal punishments. There is a slight chance you make out of CECOT, but if you do, sunlight will kill you. It feels like knives are cutting into your retinas. The ground hurts your legs because you forgot how to walk more than 5 steps. You get scared when someone touches you, scream when loud noises happen, and wake up scratching at walls that aren't there. But here's the mean part. People don't want you back. When employers see CECOT on your record, they close the door on you. The jail says it protects Mexico, but it's really just a trap that lets more desperate and wounded criminals back in. The price is another thing to think about. CECOT costs a lot. People who pay taxes pay a lot of money to keep this torture cell going. The high-tech safety includes the guards that are military grade and the tools that stop drones. All of them are paid for by regular people who believe their money makes the streets better. Cartels like CECOT a lot. Putting a boss in jail is a free way to show how dangerous they are, and the next psychopath gets up before the cell door locks. At the same time, hospitals and schools are falling apart, and poverty helps the drug trade that CECOT says it wants to stop. It's not real. A publicity stunt. Amnesty International says that CECOT is torture approved by the government, and Human Rights Watch begs Mexico to shut it down. But the government of Mexico just shrugs. Don't like it? Stop sending us drug addicts. They yell at the US, not caring that most of the prisoners are poor Mexicans and not drug lords. The UN experts are sent to look around the jail. They walk away pale and say something about cruelty beyond comprehension. Then, nothing. We keep CECOT open. The world goes on. But what's the worst truth? It works just the way it's supposed to. The thing isn't broken. It's meant to be scary. To show criminals what to do and scare the poor into following the rules. Just so everyone knows, cross the line, and this is your fate. It's like hanging today. but it's called justice. People will keep supporting tough on crime policies and reading news stories about monsters getting what they deserve. This means that places like CECOT will stay open. Even worse, they'll make more of themselves.